Hi, welcome back. I'm April. I know I've shared it before. I'm a full-time public educator, and this is what I do in my free time because I really enjoy it, and I really want to be a help to other women out there who are struggling with aging skin, with redness, discolorations, distractions, and to help make makeup easy and fun for you. So today I'm out here by the pool. So let me show you. It's such a beautiful day, and I'm getting ready to go out for the evening, which is rare for me because I'm a little bit of a homebody, but I am getting ready to go out, so I thought I would do a get ready with me. So I have on all of my skincare, and even though it's late in the evening, the sun is still out, so I still wear sunscreen. My physical block, I happen to love the Paula's Choice. I think it's like the super lightweight sunscreen that she has. It's perfect because it even has like a form of vitamin C in it, the THD, that's not too harsh even for my sensitive, redness prone skin. I have to be really careful with vitamin C. So I love it because I can also get that dose of vitamin C in it, and it has a little bit of tint, which kind of calms my skin down. So that's how I prep my skin. I don't use any other kind of primer. So the first thing I like to put on is my contour. So I'm gonna come into my contour. My shade is olive. Your shade might be different. I just pick up a little bit of the product, and I'm just gonna come right in here where my cheekbone is, right where my cheekbone is, and kind of do a line right in there, right along my cheekbone. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna find that cheekbone. As we get older, you're gonna find that you need to put your contour up a little higher, up higher on your face, because it's gonna give you a more lifted look. I also like contour on my forehead, kind of have a high forehead. That's okay because I can minimize that with some contour. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit under here on my jawline because it is amazing. It really does help with that jowly look that we get as we get older. So those are all the places I like to put contour, except my nose, because I do like contour on my nose. I just need my multitasker brush. I need a little bit of a thinner brush. And I like to come just on the top of my nose. So let's see. Just on the top, right where it meets the side. And I'm gonna come down the other side with that contour. And it does help to slim my nose a little bit, okay? And then I'm gonna come underneath my nose, just a tad. And then I already have a little bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a bulb on top. So I just kind of accentuate that, bring that up a little bit. And it does help to kind of slim my nose a little bit. My family like to joke that I have a nose like my grandfather that we called Pawpaw, so they tell me I have a Pawpaw nose. And that is okay because it's my nose and I love it. All right, and then I like to let my contour kind of sit on my face and get a little bit warm. The contour is a little bit stiffer than the other tints, like your highlight tints or even your bronzer. Some people like to use bronzer in place of the contour, and that's okay too. But I like to let it sit. It gets warmed up a little bit, and it'll have a really pretty look. So as I'm letting that sit, I'm gonna take my shape brush and I'm gonna take the bigger end, and I'm gonna go into my main highlight aura, and I'm just gonna dab just a little bit, pick up a little bit of the product, and then I'm going to swirl it around almost like you would do with powder foundation. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more. And you can see that I'm not gonna overlap my makeup. So wherever I put this aura, there's not gonna be anything else there. So it's gonna go down here. And that's what I love about this, because I do not like a lot of makeup on my face. So this lets my natural skin and like come through. So it looks like me, it looks like my skin. It's just a little bit, I've just toned down some of the distractions and just enhanced what we would consider like natural beauty for me. So, and I just put my main highlight again anywhere where I'm not going to be placing anything else. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with, and this is going to sound really weird, but I like to do it because I think it looks really good as we age. This is actually a contour color. It's called Aspen, and I actually like it up under my eyes instead of a lighter main highlight shade. So Versailles would be my lighter main highlight, which you would usually consider to be like your concealer color. But I'm going to go in with the small end of the shape brush and just dab just a little bit on there. And it's gonna act as a color corrector, and it's gonna be a little bit darker than a highlight shade, just slightly. And as we age and the texture of our skin changes, and we get fine lines and wrinkles and some discoloration under the eyes, when you have a shade that's too light, it's going to accentuate that. It's going to accentuate your pores, your fine lines, your wrinkles. I mean, look at what a difference that has made in that eye already. That's amazing. And it's just using a little bit of this contour shade called Aspen. So very cool. I just rub a little bit on my hand to make sure I don't have too much product, and then I'm going to go in and do the other side. And while I'm doing it, I hit these sides of my nose where I have some redness, because that Aspen works as an amazing color corrector, as I shared. So that's a little tip and trick I like to do. So I don't have much product under my eye, and you can't see my fine lines and wrinkles, which is great. Okay, I also like to take that Aspen and just wash a little bit on my eyelids, because it makes a really pretty neutral base, almost like an eyelid primer. And it's so little, it's just whatever is left on the brush after I do my under eyes. So I feel like that Aspen really helped me to color correct and gave me some lightness. I still have some dimension in my face. And now I'm gonna take my shape brush, and I'm gonna spray a little bit of setting spray. My setting spray, I'm gonna take the cap off. I'm gonna spray a little bit on my brush. Okay. And then I'm gonna blend in my contour, but I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm just gonna blend lightly. And remember, with cream makeup, and I'm gonna blend up and toward my hairline. Okay, I just want it to look really natural. I don't want there to be any harsh lines. I want to blend those lines. With cream makeup, it doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles because it doesn't dry down. Like like liquid foundations, okay? And it doesn't oxidize. So, but with that, you do need to set it with a setting spray and or a powder, okay? And I'm gonna blend this out. And as I blend it out, I am gonna bring it down my neck. Okay, I'm gonna do this side. Very cool. Okay, so still have my contour. It's not too blended out, just right. Okay, now I'm gonna lightly blend out the contour on my nose. And what I want you to think about as you put on your cream makeup is, if it feels tacky, you've probably put too much product on, okay? If it feels heavy, if it feels tacky, that probably is a good indication. See, this just feels like my skin right now. And when I look at it, it just looks like my skin, just better. It looks like a real life filter, that's just so cool. But the other thing to remember too is, if you can see your lines and wrinkles or texture on your face anywhere, chances are you don't have the right shade for you, okay? And more than likely, it's too light of a shade. So if you want me to match you for your perfect shades, like I've found my perfect shades for me, just comment match and I'll be happy to find the perfect shades for you, okay? Because it is hard looking at the color choices, even if you go with the pre-made palettes, which are wonderful. They are so great and they're such a good tool. But you might look at a palette and think, that's too dark for me, and that's probably one that might be perfect for you. So if you go too light and you can see too much texture, you can see a lot of fine lines, wrinkles, if it's very visible, that's probably a shade that's too light for you, okay? All right, now I'm gonna go in with my lip and cheek color, and I think I'm gonna go with Ruby. So Ruby is this really pretty pink. It's like a dark pink color. It is just gorgeous when you put it on. I am gonna put it on with my finger, okay? And I'm gonna go up above where I put the contour, okay? And I know you're thinking, oh, April, that is way too much and way too bright. And you're right, if I were to leave it like this. But I'm actually gonna take my blush and bronzer brush and I am going to blend it out. And remember, anytime with this cream makeup, if you're like, oh, too much, I got too much on there, it's too dark, the more you blend, the better it gets. Okay, so I'm going out. It's gonna be evening. I want it to be a little bit poppier, like I want it to pop a little bit more. I'm gonna go do this side. Sometimes, especially during the day or when I'm at work, I want to be a little bit more toned down, a little bit more neutrally. That's what I go toward anyway, like earthier tones, more neutral. But I'm going out. I want to look extra. I want to look extra. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. So I like Bella bronzer. For me, the trick is to use the blush and bronzer brush and to use the big end and to just tap lightly. Because like I said, with this cream makeup, pretty much you can almost use a lot of colors and blend them down. So even though the Bella seems like it would be too dark for my light skin tone, because I can just apply a little bit wherever the sun might naturally hit me. And I've got hair, it made me swirl hair all in my face and in my eyes. Ooh, ooh, okay. But because I can just apply a light amount, it ends up just looking so pretty. And I'm gonna hit it where the sun, I'm gonna apply it where the sun might naturally hit on my face to give me like a more sun-kissed glow. I'm gonna bring it down my neck because I am here. It's beautiful weather. We are gonna be outside, so I do want to look a little bit sun-kissedy. And I'm even going to put a little bit on the bridge of my nose here and kind of blend it out. And I think the way that that bronzer mixes with the ruby, it just looks like I've been in the sun and gotten some natural color, which is what I really, really love. And then I'm gonna take a highlight shade. And I like this one, this Nova, especially because I'm doing a little bit of a sun-kissedy look. And I'm gonna put Nova where the light might naturally hit. And on my nose, and up the bridge. And right there. Okay, now it's time for me to put on, pencil in my eyebrows. Okay, I like to use this Anastasia. It's the Brow Wiz. I use the medium brown first to go in and just kind of create the shape. You know, I wanted to look into, I think it's like nano brows or something like that. And I reached out to a place, but because I had previously had microblading done, even though it's faded, they don't want to go over top of that. So they asked me to have a consultation with a spa place that can get rid of tattoos, because that's basically what microblading your eyebrows is tattoos. And when I reached out to them, because they can't tell you how many sessions you might need, and it's like $300 per session, and some people need 4 or 5 sessions. I'm like, oh man, that's just out of my price range right now, out of my budget right now. So that's something I'll think about for the future and maybe save up for. But so in the interim, here I am penciling in my brows. Okay, now I like to go in with my darker, it's the dark brown of the same eyebrow pencil, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, but it's dark brown. And I just do a couple of hair-like strokes, darker ones though, throughout, which gives it that nano brow look, because that's in essence what they do. They create shading and then hair-like strokes, which is very cool. So for now, I do it manually. My eyebrows probably take me longer to do than anything else. That's why I was really interested in it, and will probably save up to do it one day. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are done, it's time for my lashes. And I had a friend tell me about mascara to try. I really like the Clinique mascara. It's the high impact waterproof typically, but she said I should try this Essence. And there's a lash primer that you put on first. So it looks like this. I'm gonna try it. This is my first time trying it, so I have no idea what it's gonna look like. It just came in the mail today. So I'm gonna try it. All right. Oh, I have not curled my lashes yet. I can't try it yet. Let me curl my lashes. Okay. Does make a difference. For me, anyway, if I curl my lashes. All right, now we're gonna try it. All right, so I've got this lash primer. Let's put this on. Oh, I haven't done my eyeshadow yet. I don't know what is wrong with me. I am losing my marbles. All right, let's do some eyeshadow first. I'm gonna keep my eyeshadow look pretty neutrally because I've got this sun-kissed-y bronzy look. So I'm actually gonna go in with this shade, which is Crush. It's a sparkly, pretty light brown. And I'm gonna put it over my lid. I'm so glad I didn't put on my mascara first. It really is easier to do my eyeshadow and the liner if I do it before. Oh goodness, sometimes. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with Kiss, which was the shade last month. It is out of stock, and it's a shame because it's a really pretty taupey brown. I'm gonna go in with my brush, the fluffier end, and I am going to blend up and out. Okay. So as we get older and our eyes droop a little bit, and I have probably more hooded eyes anyway, I do not want to go too dark close to my lash line. I don't want to go too much into my real lid line right here. I want to create the illusion that my eyes are a little bigger and a little more open than they are, okay? And then I'm actually gonna go back in with that same shade, okay? And I'm just gonna go a little bit darker in this outer V. And then blend it a little bit up here, but I'm still keeping it high. And you do the same thing on this side. Okay, and then I am going to go in with this lighter shade Cupcake on the inside of my eye. Kind of brighten that and open my eye a little bit down here. Okay, and then I am going to take Cocoa with my multitasker brush. So Cocoa is this darker brown, and that's what I'm gonna do along my lash line. And I'm gonna go into my waterline with it up here and kind of smudge it in. And then just a little bit on top. Blending out and up toward the edge of my eyebrow, okay? And then I'll bring whatever is left. I want to connect that and bring it a little bit under my eye Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go in with that cocoa and smudge it into my lash line. Okay, and then a little bit on this outer corner on top and up, but I'm going up toward my the edge of my eyebrow. And then what I have left, I'm going to bring it down here, and I want to connect it from my lower lash line to my upper, because it's going to make my eye look bigger, more open. Okay, and then I'm going to take my eyebrow brush and just kind of smudge it a little, blend it. So I don't want any hard lines. Okay, now let's apply mascara. And I'm going to go in with this lash primer first. Okay, let's do the other side. All right. And then we'll go in with the mascara, and it's so weird because the lash primer is white. It's like white. And here is the mascara. It is waterproof. I always go for waterproof mascara, but the color is black. It's a lot thicker of a formula than I'm used to, but we'll see what the finished product looks like. And I guess the lash primer makes that thicker too. It really does give a heavier lash look without having to use lots of layers of mascara. So it's pretty. I'll do this side. Does make it harder with that lash primer, it seems like, to coat the lashes with the mascara to get it to go through them. I would be curious to try this mascara without the lash primer and see what that looks like too. But it is pretty. I did get mascara on my face. I do need to clean that up because I always do that. I did it on my eyelids. Thank goodness for Q-tips because they do work wonders. All right, I think it is pretty. It's pretty. A little bit more than I usually do, but I think it's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of the ruby on my lips, and then I'm done. So normally getting ready for work takes me less than 5 minutes. Getting ready to go out takes me 5 to 10. If I'm talking on the camera, it takes me forever, which is funny. Okay, I'm gonna go do my hair and then I'll be all done. I'll be back to show you the finished look.